Hey everyone, Tam Villeaux here from the Energy Almanac, and I'm super excited today to bring you a guest who is going to have a special offer for you that she's going to talk about in a bit. But you know me, artist, alchemist, astrology junkie, proud creator of Energy Almanac, right, for 2026. I love to talk all things creativity, astrology, alchemy. And so that's why I'm super excited to talk to Amy Patty Colvin, who is going to join me today for a really raw conversation. We have no plans, no prompts, no questions. We are just going to hash it out right here with everybody. So, Amy, please give us an introduction to you and what you do.
Right on. All right. Thanks, Tam. Yep. I'm Amy Patsy Colvin, and I love talking about compassion and compassion training and the fact that compassion is trainable, and Qigong and mindset. So I think all of those three things together really help people rise up. I've been following a meditation path that blends Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism together for over 30 years. I
Wow.
started teaching meditation and Qigong at Google in 2011. And I just love it because even though it's not always easy, the kinds of things that we talk about when you hang out with me, and maybe we'll talk about some of them on this video right now, it really creates sustainable positive change. And I love helping people grow.
Oh, solid Virgo. I happen to know that we're Virgos that are days apart from each other. She loves service to others, and I totally get that. And so, like, side note for those who don't know yet, Amy is a writer for the 2026-2027 Energy Almanac. And her topic that she brought in was Qigong and compassion. Who knew that you can train compassion? Like when you said that just now, I was like, oh, I know people who could use it.
Right. Right. And it's really pretty fascinating. So again, that my longtime meditation path, a pillar of Taoism is compassion. So moderation, compassion, and humility are the pillars of Taoism. And when I first started teaching meditation at Google, my teacher teaches in very much of a do it this way because this is the way it's done kind of way, rather than over explaining things. And I think the whole mindfulness movement, as it was coming out in the 2000s and so on, it was really heavy on telling you how and why instead of just saying, okay, practice. Here's
Right.
some basics, just do it. So I discovered that there was a certification program offered at Stanford University to teach their compassion cultivation training program. So I did a year-long certification at Stanford with the deep intention of wanting to be able to talk to these Googlers, all these very tell me why kind of minds, why this is good for them, how it's good for them, and how compassion is trainable. And oh my gosh, it was such an eye opener. And the way they approach it, I mean, so often when people think about compassion, really what they think of is empathy. Oh, I'm moved by you. I feel your pain. But the cool thing about the way the Stanford program defined compassion, that I've now adopted it as my own, the first thing is being aware of distress or suffering in something or yourself. The second is emotionally moved by, which is that empathy piece. And the third part is taking action. And that's where it begins to become trainable. It becomes more action oriented, less passive, less emotional. And so when you bring it into action, it means you can intentionally wish someone well. You could give them the clothes off your back. You could volunteer with the Red Cross. It doesn't have to be big. It
Right.
can be really small. It can be as subtle as saying, oh, you know what? Oh, you just told me that your cat's not feeling well. Oh, man, I can see that in your face. I'm just going to send your cat some well wishes. And
Right.
that is compassion.
Compassion in action. I really love the action piece of this because so
Yeah.
often we really get wrapped up in the feeling and the emotion and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
and I'm a big doer, and I really love the idea of adding the action piece. I didn't know that, so it was a really big light bulb moment for me. Um, it reminds me of something that happened for me this morning. I'm just coming off a few days of vacation. I had my birthday yesterday. So you know how it is on Facebook. You go in and you read like, oh, you have 200 happy birthday wishes. I'm like, okay, wow, that's really cool. So one of the things I do every single year is I go into every single message at a bare minimum. I like or heart the message. And I also to some of the people who I'm closer with reply. Well, I thought that was really cool. I did that this morning. And then I opened up my email, and one person sent me a private email, and he said, "It's your birthday. Here are 3 gifts. This is a video that I really love. Watch it if you want to. Here is a project that is close to my heart. Look at more, he did 3 different things, and every one of them my jaw dropped a little bit further because his level of caring and the action that that he took to
Right.
to present this to me. I was like, wow. And when you were talking, that's what I was thinking of. Like, he took it next level. It was compassion, but it was action, it was emotional. Anyway, beautiful. And you're teaching this to people. You're teaching this to
Yes.
Google, Amy. Tell me it made a difference at Google.
Oh my gosh, yes. And so let me feel a little tiny bit in the backstory there. So I'm a massage therapist and I have been since 2004. And my absolute perfect, wonderful first ever big gig was being a massage therapist at Google. And it was what I noticed is that people came to me largely because they were stressed out. There were a handful of us working there. We were all very good, but we all had different areas of focus. And mine was helping people mellow out.
Mm,
And what I began to realize is that I have this knowledge, I have this skills inside of me to be able to help other people have healthier, more vibrant and vital lives. Wouldn't it be cool if I started teaching or providing the opportunity for Googlers to learn this stuff so
mm,
they would not feel that stress so deeply in their bodies, so that they wouldn't need to come see me when they were in pain? I mean, I loved seeing my clients,
of
but I
course.
would rather have them not be in pain and have them come because they just wanted to.
Right.
So that's how I ended up starting to teach there. And my classes would be like half an hour of standing and moving Qigong and
Yeah.
15 minutes of meditation, a mudra meditation at the end. So even in that seated meditation, we're still moving because we're holding different mudras for a
Right.
minute apiece.
Wow.
And oh my gosh, it was wonderful. And I definitely, and I one of the guys that used to take classes from me there has taken my multi-week classes 3 times since.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
because, and it was a man, which is the beautiful thing. So some people are like, oh, this compassion stuff, it's all for women. It's like, no.
Oh,
The other thing I want to share just real briefly is that the one of the other great things that I learned about this program at Stanford was tools and trainable skills around extending compassion to people you find to be difficult.
wow.
And the benefit of that, it's for yourself.
Mm,
And so I remember there was a woman that I mean, usually I like everybody, mostly. But there was this woman in particular I was having a very difficult time with, and it was my problem, not hers. So I was owning it, right?
mhm.
And once I kind of walked through the training that I learned, um, which was really tied in with common humanity and recognizing that she too had her own problems, just like me. And I could diffuse how I was feeling about her, and that lightened the load off my shoulders.
Mm,
And it was huge. And in today's chaotic world,
mhm.
regardless of where you sit on that political spectrum, inevitably people are finding polarity in their life. They're
Absolutely.
seeing that divisiveness. And wouldn't it be an amazing gift if you could raise that off your shoulders and go, you know what? I disagree with what you're saying 100%. But just like me, you need to love and be loved. You need to eat, you need to drink, you need some air. And letting go and detaching from expectations. That's all compassion in action.
That is beautiful. I really love what you're saying. I am witnessing, I'm not part of it, but I'm witnessing some discord between some friends right now, and they're close friends, and the discord is real. And I want to say to both of them, like, you both need the same things, you both want the same things. And, you know, I have compassion for what they're going through. I don't even actually know what action I can take besides wishing them both peace inside of their hearts.
And that's valuable. Never discount the power of just energetic well wishes.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I don't discount that because we are energy. Everything is energy, and that is the way the world works. I think what you're doing is so beautiful, Amy, and really having this conversation is extremely like next level for me to understand you and your work even more.
Yeah.
Weave in a little bit, if you will, for me, the Qigong piece. Now, I have practiced Qigong in and out, off and on, a little here, a little there, because it just feels good. I have a lot of Mars energy. I'm a go-getter. I have a lot of fire in my spirit. So I move a lot and I go a lot. And Qigong for me was a way to just slow down
Mhm.
and be more mindful. But I'm sure there's more to it than I know. I'm very surface level with Qigong. Take me deep for a minute.
Yeah, you bet. And for those who've never even heard of this word before, let me spell it. It's Qigong. Notice how I'm handwriting. I'm a very kinesthetic person too.
I want you and
Let
I
me
both.
write this down.
Awesome.
So, and it's a compound word. Qi meaning internal energy, gong meaning cultivation of that energy. And the way I look at it is from a very basic level, and it has three components. And the first is present moment awareness. So your idea of Qigong helping you slow down, part of that is that present moment awareness. The next part is intentionally breathing. So often in this life, we don't breathe. And I teach breath a lot, and I don't breathe all the time, not deeply and fully. So
Right.
present moment awareness, intentionally breathing, and movement. And I'm just recording right now some Qigong videos that go hand in hand with a 7-week course that I'm teaching. And one of the things that I have come to realize and appreciate even more is when I say there's movement, even if you're not physically moving, there's still energy movement and breath movement within you. So you could be in line at the grocery store practicing Qigong if you choose to be present,
Mm.
intentionally breathe. And historically, what I've told people is just even something as simple as waving your hand back and forth.
Mm.
That's just, you're getting that movement going. Just, you're standing up and you're just waving your hand back and forth. No one will know what you're doing, but
Wow.
you know.
Right.
And so, okay, so why do we do this? What's the benefit of doing this? A big piece of it, and a big piece of it is just connecting with. So, as you've said, we're all energy, honoring that we are all energy, connecting with that energy, and then cultivating that movement from within. And then as you begin to allow that movement of energy within you, it brings around this huge level of health benefits.
Mm.
And then moving qigong, whether it's flowing postures. Oh, and let me also highlight, people often ask me, well, what's the difference between qigong and tai chi? And traditionally, Tai Chi has a fixed form. So you learn a form, could be, 8 movements, could be 108 movements, whatever, but that's a fixed form.
Yep.
Qigong is more free flowing. So Qigong is this umbrella, and Tai Chi sits underneath it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And other martial arts sit underneath that. But the big mother
Yep.
is the idea of Qigong. And what I have been taught in my meditation practice over all these years, and what I have seen in my own life, I mean, it has transformed my life, is that not only when we connect with our chi, when we open our hearts and allow ourselves to connect with spirit in whatever way spirit makes sense to you, and allow ourselves to move freely with spirit being the driver
Mm,
not the mind,
right.
tremendous healing benefits happen, whether it's physical, emotional, mental. And there are scores of studies that show that practicing Qigong, if you're ill or you have an energy or an injury, and you focus your awareness on that body part, on that state of unwellness, and you breathe deeply and you practice Qigong and you're moving and your present moment awareness is activated, there are astounding healing results. Now,
Mm,
I'm not going to say, oh gosh, if you broke your leg, practice
right.
Qigong, and that's going to fix your leg. But I have seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other meditation students' lives where seemingly miraculous things happen.
I believe that there's such power. I know the power of breath work. I own a brick and mortar wellness center, and we bring in a breath work specialist. And oh my gosh, people come out high as a kite, connected to spirit, and just in their bodies differently. And it's remarkable. And I have had breath work sessions myself. I love what you're saying here. It's really, really beautiful. I think I think this ties in with the um, bonus product that you made for the Energy Almanac. Now, before I let you sort of introduce that idea and the offer that I mentioned earlier, inside of the Energy Almanac, every single year we have a page, and I don't know if I can find it in here. I'm going to try to. We have a page that promotes the bonus gifts that our writers make for the readers. I think I found it right here. Reader bonuses. Every year in the book, we have a page that says, "You like gifts, don't you?" And
Yes.
we have this beautiful web address that everybody can go to collect things like my freebies. I do coloring pages and things like that. Janet Hickox does, I think she does free astrology downloads, all kinds of different things. And Amy, you have made, I want you to tell people about it. I know it involves video, right? Some kind of a video series that includes compassion and Qigong. I'm excited to hear about it because Janet secretly told me it's off the charts. So
Well,
you you tell me about this.
all right. Well, and first of all, thanks for the opportunity to be able to, be a contributor to the
Yes.
Almanac, and then to be able to create a space where I can offer up bonus content.
Absolutely.
So it's really neat. This year, this Almanac happens to be 15 months instead of 12.
Right.
And so, what I've decided to do as my bonus offer is focus on three primary areas. And so, since there's 15 months, each primary area gets 5 lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you sign up for the bonus, you will be taken to like a course portal where you can log in. And then you have access to all 15 lessons at any time you want. You can binge watch them, consume them all at once, go back, and then go month by month. But what I tried to do was take what was written for the month and tie that in some way to compassion training, some sort of Qigong, or some sort of mindset work. And so when you get in there, you'll find 5 Qigong videos. And some of them, it's talking about the philosophy of Qigong. Most of them are about moving. And the very last one, and this is a super awesome gift just for you guys, I haven't recorded this for anybody else, is some training on how to do exactly what I mentioned earlier, which is combining spirit with self and allowing yourself to move freely in what my longtime teacher has coined as guided movements, or this particular meditation path is most common in Asia, Malaysia. If you went to those temples, you wouldn't see people sitting and meditating, you'd see them moving. And so there's instruction on how to bring that into your life. And that's the last Qigong video. There are 5 guided visualizations that all have to do with developing compassion in one way or another. And then there's 5 exercises, written exercises or written ideas around just how to broaden your mindset, how to think about life a little bit differently. And they may not be brand new lessons, But if you go into them with childlike wonder, you're inevitably going to get something out of them. I mean, all of us talk about things and hear things over and over and over and over. And yet sometimes it hits. It's like, yes, I've heard that 22 times, but oh, today I get it. So that's what's in that bonus package. And I really hope people dive in there, make use of it. You have access to it in perpetuity. So go play with it and have fun.
Um, I, for one, am super excited about your bonus. I'll be going in to get it myself. And I, to everybody watching who knows, likes, and trusts Tam, she's the real deal. Amy is the real deal. This is a beautiful, generous body of work that I'm super excited about. So, Amy, the world is, I don't want to say it's upside down. I don't believe that. I believe that the ship is righting. I do believe that. But you must have some, like, if you could leave everybody with one little tidbit, like, hey, do this. What would that be?
Yeah, I will. In 1 second, the other thing I want to point out is part of how I teach, and this might tie in with that, but part of how I teach is I really want people to be able to integrate these ideas into daily life.
Mm,
So it's not like, oh, just read this book and oh, maybe that's fine to do it someday. Dive in,
yeah,
take action. And
always.
so the tidbit that I would leave people with, and it's funny you're talking about riding the ship. The way I feel is like we're in a snow globe and it's just been shaken.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
who knows when all that snow is going to settle down. I don't think it will be for a while.
yeah.
But what can we do in the meantime to find peace, right?
Mhm.
The first thing that bubbles up is have patience.
Mm,
Patience for yourself,
mhm.
patience for people that you love,
Yeah.
patience for people that you find to be difficult,
Mhm.
and just along with that level of patience, do your best to practice detachment.
Mhm.
Remember that all of this is transitory.
Mhm.
All of this is fleeting. And it may feel like the worst thing ever or the most uncomfortable thing ever. Be patient, ride it out, and things will ultimately smooth out.
Yeah. I have to tell you, it sounds like you're channeling your best, Janet and Tam. One of the things that we talk about a lot, she and I, this year, because there's so much Aries energy, we say respond, do not react. And
Mhm.
so that takes a form of patience. And I think we all should tap into that for the next little while until this wave is over, until this big.
Yeah. And then one more thing I would leave
Absolutely.
people with is going back to that very opening conversation around compassion. Remember the action step. And
Yes.
remember that sending well wishes to others has tremendous value.
Oh,
It's
yes.
good for your own soul and heart. It's good for everything out there. And if imagine, Tam, and I know you think this way, if everyone simply expressed well wishes for
Yes.
other people
Yes.
all the time, the world would be so much more comfortable.
100%. Sometimes when I'm walking my dogs, every car that drives by, I go, God bless you. Or I'll look at the neighbor's house and I go, God bless you. And I haven't seen them in 8 months, but God bless you. And I don't know that driver, but God bless you. And that's just like my little gift to humanity on the days that I can do it. And honestly, if we can all just do that a little bit more, it's going to happen fast. It can all just come together. Really beautiful. These are topics I could talk about all day long. And I get really tearful. You're talking, my eyes are welled up, and it's just I have such hope for the future that we are all, I do feel like the world is coming together. And when you read all these people who channel entities and what they all say, you're doing good, hang in there, you're doing really well, love is the answer. And I believe that love is the answer. This has been really, really spectacular. I know that you do a lot of different things, a lot of different topics, but like, how do people begin to work with you? Do you have a freebie on your website that's different? Do you want to just name your website? How can people begin to like know, like, and trust you?
Yeah, that's a great question, and thank you for asking. The easiest thing for people to do is just go to my website. And as you can see on the screen, at least I'm assuming it's recording it with my name on the screen, www.amypatcolvin.com.
Perfect.
So, and then there, when you, if you're new to the site, it'll pop up and it'll give you an opportunity to jump on my mailing list and get yet another um, guided visualization, another handful of tips for how you can integrate some ideas today. So
Nice.
that's probably the easiest way for people to reach me is just go onto my website, check it out. You'll see my programs. I also lead international spiritual adventure tours, and you'll find all that information on my website as well. And yeah, come stop by the website, sign up for the newsletter. You
Yeah.
can always unsubscribe anytime you want to, but check it out. See what is available there. You might be surprised.
I think I have one more question. Who should work with you? If you are feeling XYZ, come work with Amy. Who is that person?
Oh, that's a good one. Um, if you are ready to grow and put in a little bit of work to get to the next level of vitality and joy and exuberance, and come work with me. And especially if you recognize that you've got a life transition ahead of you, whether it's shifting into retirement, whether it's you've just lost your job and you're scattered and you don't know what to do because you're scared. I think that the compassion and the qigong and the mindset, all of those three things together are really excellent for supporting people in transition and supporting people who want to grow.
Beautiful. I hope that people understand the amazing value that you bring to the world. And I'm going to show, this is a page in our beautiful coil bound book. This is Amy's introduction to her topic, Qigong and Compassion for Holistic Vitality, inside of the 2026-2027 Energy Almanac, which looks like this. It is available now. You can go to www.theenergyalmanac.com and find out all kinds of information how to get your copy of this book, and on and on. The book bonus by Amy will be up on the Energy Almanac website by December 1st, fingers crossed. So don't go watch this in October and expect it then. We will get it to you in December, and it will be available through March of 2027. That is a long time. I am so honored, so pleased that you jumped in my sandbox to play. I am going to be thinking about compassion in action for a long while after this conversation. This has been a real delight, Amy. Thank you so very much.
You are so welcome, and thanks for taking the time to have this conversation with me, Tam. It was really a pleasure to share these ideas with you.
You are so very welcome. And thanks, everybody. Make sure you visit Amy's website, and you can go to theenergyalmanac.com. See you again next time.
Bye.
Bye.